My fear is that our nation is currently facing the exact threat that the Constitution is designed to avoid. Branches of government have always attempted to exert their influences on other branches, but the President, in my opinion, has gone too far. Rather than faithfully execute the laws as the Constitution requires, the President has instead selectively enforced the law in some instances, ignoring the law in other instances, and in a few cases changed the law altogether, all without through the required constitutional lawmaking exercise. The law, as written by Congress and signed by the President, must be enforced by the President as written. If the President wishes that the law be changed, Article 2 of the Constitution provides him or her with the power to recommend to Congress consideration of such measures as shall be judged necessary and expedient. The Constitution does not, however, give the President the power to rewrite the law by himself. If the President wants a change in the law, the federal government must follow the process as outlined in the Constitution and understood under the rule of law that the American people count on. Any approach in which the President can ignore, selectively enforce, or unilaterally rewrite the law tilts the balance of power away from legislation and rule of law to the executive. Presidential overreach also undermines the rule of law, which provides the predictability necessary to govern in a functioning and fair society. When the executive branch goes beyond its constitutional powers and begins exercising the role of the legislative branch, it is important that the remaining branches of government, in our opinion, the judiciary, play its role in rebalancing the separation of powers. After all, the constitutional limits on government power are meaningless unless judges agree and also help us to enforce the limits. It is vital that the judiciary engage the Constitution and play its essential role in the system of checks and balances, I think, that were crafted in the original Constitution thought of by our founding fathers. It is important, I believe, that we acknowledge that this is not a political issue. This is not an issue that should pit Republicans against Democrats. This is an issue where we must hear testimony from constitutional experts who were able to give us the guidance. And the testimony that we hear today will look deeply into the crux of our constitutional system and the rule of law. Any person interested in our Constitution and what I believe is our brilliant system of separation of powers should be worried about what is currently happening in this country, and that is why we are here today. I look forward to the testimony of each of our witnesses and have assured each of them that their obligation to this committee is to give us the very best of their thinking, and they are here exactly to do that. I want to thank each of you again. At this time, I would yield to the ranking member of the committee for any opening remarks she would choose to make. Gentlewoman's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And